Hey guys, it's Pelli. I hope you're having a great start of your new year. Welcome to Fashion of the Year. In this video, we will be recapping 2020 fashion. Before we begin, I really want to say a thank you for the support by subscribing and liking. Also, all the critique and correction are very helpful and I really appreciate it. I started this channel because I love fashion. Even though right now this channel is low budget and I'm just a beginner to editing and voiceover, I promise you I put in 1000% effort in every video. So I really hope you stick around for this channel's journey and continue to keep living that fashion life with me. And without further information, let's begin. If 2020 has taught us anything, it will be to adapt. The year was dominated by tragedies, protests, and a pandemic that took over the world. The fashion world faced an existential crisis as fashion events were being postponed or even canceled, and many businesses had to close down or file for bankruptcy. But throughout the chaos, the fashion world learned to adapt. We saw the rise of unexpected trends, virtual fashion shows, an optimistic designer ready to redefine the fashion industry. This is the fashion of the year 2020. Fashion went to 2020 with full of hope, as designer took inspiration from the flower power era. The influence of late 60s fashion is noticeable, but 70s fashion became the source for many of the top trends of 2020. We saw the flared trouser and billowing sleeves from Alberta Ferretti, Nina Ricci, and Stella McCartney, a hot pant comeback from Longchamp, and crochet pieces from Salvatore Ferragamo, while Zimmermann and Etro may be free-spirited sophisticated by infusing a bohemian flair to their pieces. Pantsuits were very important to women in the 70s. For 2020, Victoria Beckham and Max Mara took on suits in their own way, and helped make skirts to one of the biggest trends of the year. Celine and Givenchy felt nostalgia for the mid-decade denim craze, while Saint Laurent and Fendi felt nostalgia for the 70s collar. Velvet and corduroy were as trendy as ever, so were stripes and mixed-match prints. Christopher Kane and Prada feature retro prints. Plaid, polka dot, and floral prints are among the most popular trends for the year. Anyone in search of the 70s influence for 2020 fashion needs to look no further than Marc Jacobs, Paco Rabanne, and Louis Vuitton. Their collection encapsulates the year's biggest trend and were some of the year's best shows. Wearing fashionable masks is not at all new trend in East Asia, where people wear them for both fashion and protection from pollution. But 2020 has really made face masks the most important accessories all around the world. It's an unexpected must-have trend that's here to stay for quite a while. These days, you can find face masks everywhere and it comes in a variety of styles to go with your outfits. Fashion Week is known to be chaotic, and with several restrictions, the pandemic made having the fashion show impossible. Fashion brands had to think outside the box and seek other technique and technology to help present their shows. Many brands presented their collection virtually while guests attended from their homes. Brands who presented live runway show had to adjust to the 6 feet rule and other requirements. The 70s wasn't the only decade that influenced 2020's fashion. Belmont and other brands placed an emphasis on the 80s with their big, strong shoulders. 2020 saw many embroidered pieces featuring florals, cutouts, and 70s-80s details. Luxe leather and latex could not be ignored this year, being amazingly used for Saint Laurent and Richard Quinn. Plunging V neckline, ruffles, and pleated fabric were back in the spotlights. There was definitely an interest for the 18th century and Victorian era thanks to Thom Browne and Moschino. And let's not forget to mention the influence of early 2000s. Corset and low-rise regained popularity. Chain accessories, Bermuda shorts, embellishment, and cut out with the most trendy 2000 theme for 2020. The early 2000 nostalgia managed to make baggy clothes, puffer coat, baguette handbag, headscarf, and knit cardigan top trendy again. Sustainability was a major topic for 2020 that upcycling became one of the biggest trends in fashion. We saw many brands take on sustainable fashion. Miu Miu launched an upcycle collection, and JW Anderson dropped a capsule collection made from leftover fabric. The year also saw an increase of racial, size, and gender diversity on the runway during Fashion Week. Alva Claire, Precious Lee, and Jill Corleve made history at Versace for being the first 3 plus-size model to walk for the legendary fashion house. And singer Lizzo became the first black plus-size woman on the cover of Vogue. 2020 was also all about nonconformity. Male celebrities such as Bad Bunny and Billy Porter challenged social norms. James Charles became the first influencer to land the cover of Vogue for Vogue Portugal, and Harry Styles became the first man to appear solo on the cover of Vogue. TikTok took over the world and influenced on fashion trends along the way. Tie-dye, sweatsuit, knit sweater vest, and the strawberry dress all became trends thanks to the app. The mullet also made a comeback while everyone was watching the Chinese street fashion cam. TikTok also popularized the e-girl e-boy aesthetic where you get color bangs, grunge-inspired clothing, and guys painted their nails. The Vogue challenge became a global trend during the summertime when we saw countless people across different social media create their own Vogue covers. If you don't know, we love models on this channel. These are my top 5 models for 2020. Let me know yours down in the comments below. Ada Akat. This South Sudanese model went from growing up in a refugee camp to becoming one of the fashion industry top models. In December 2019, she won the Model of the Year at the British Fashion World. In 2020, Akat graced the cover of several issues of Vogue, did campaign for Chanel, and has over 1 million followers on Instagram. She wore for Versace, Fendi, and Prada, blessing the run with her fierceness. Kaia Gerber. The daughter of supermodel Cindy Crawford, she is making a name for herself in the industry. With 6 million followers on Instagram, she has shot editorial for ID magazine and Vogue. Gerber also did advertising campaign for Louis Vuitton and Givenchy. This year, Celine booked has the brand exclusives for the Spring-Summer 2021 runway season. She has built a modest fan base. Sora Choi. This South Korean model won the 3rd cycle of Korean Next Top Model. With just over 400k followers on Instagram, she was voted 2020 Model of the Year by fans on models.com. She walked the most recent Saint Laurent show for Spring-Summer 2021 and sang with 4 models in Paris and New York. For 2020, Choi gained a lot of attention from the industry, and many applaud her versatility between androgyny and femininity. Mika Arguiñares. Born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, she was one of the most demanding models of 2020. There wasn't a major show that she didn't appear in. She wore for Chanel, Fendi, Versace, Saint Laurent, and countless others. Arguiñares has become known for her signature shaggy dark curls. With multiple covers, editorial, and campaigns under her belt, she has a very successful career. Bella Hadid. With a large following on social media, she is one of the most recognizable models of 2020. Hadid appeared in the Savage X Fenty Fall-Winter Show and shot a Jacquemus campaign through FaceTime. Along with opening and closing runway shows and shooting many campaigns and editorial, she has become a style icon being known for her off-duty model look. With several fashion and beauty deals, Hadid is ranked among the highest paid models in the world for 2020. From Jacquemus to Belmont, there were many shows that stood out. These are my top 5. Let me know yours in the comments below. It might be the prints or the chain accessories, but Zimmermann's Spring-Summer 2020 ready-to-wear collection was simply splendid. The feature with a puff sleeve, teal ruffles, and other delicate detail exude a dreamy beachy vibe that was not only enjoyable to see but very relaxing as well. Richard Quinn is known for his unapologetic in-your-face design, and as soon as I saw the first look, I knew this collection was about to be a fun adventure. His Spring 2020 collection featured an array of his signature bold floral print dresses with puff sleeve, and his use of latex look fabric deserve applause. The crystal embellishment were a great touch, and the Jeepao style floral print mini dress was my favorite. The Max Mara Spring 2020 ready-to-wear collection was the only collection that really surprised me. The show featured models strutting down in military and utilitarian-inspired fashion with a feminine yet unisex twist. One thing I really enjoyed about the show was how it didn't take itself too seriously by using very soft color and flowy fabric. The monochromatic suit were the highlight and actually really inspired me. The presentation for Saint Laurent Fall 2020 collection was one of the best of the year. The atmospheric lighting transported me to another time and place. I extremely enjoyed the film noir, fetish, and dystopian vibe. The perfect style and striking color, along with the use of latex, made this collection so memorable. Most Moschino fashion shows are just so much fun, and this one is no exception. Jeremy Scott really did it with his Marie Antoinette Meet the 80s collection. From the hair to the classic runway, I just love everything about this show. The different styling, experimentation needs some applause. Overall, it's campy and so much fun. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. So what do you think about 2020's fashion? Is there anything that I didn't mention that you think people should know? Comment your thought down below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more fashion related videos. Happy New Year, and remember to keep living that fashion life. Bye!